Godzilla962 here, and today I want to look at the Godzilla who faced off against his mightiest foe. This Godzilla suit isn't that different from the one before, it still has a unique story, so join me in looking at SandaikaijuGoji. SandaikaijuGoji is the same suit as Goji, but due to the different name and changes done to the suit, a separate video is required. For those who want to learn about Goji, I'll have a video linked right here, so with that out of the way, let's get into SandaikaijuGoji. In 1964, Mothra vs. Godzilla was released, and was a great success, but a sequel wasn't immediately put into production. Originally, Redbeard was going to release in 1964, during the holidays, but this never happened due to delays. The film was instead released in 1965, so with Redbeard out of the equation, the next Godzilla film was put into development, thus making Ghidorah the three-headed monster a reality. There were some reused kaiju, and one of those was Godzilla. Originally the Goji suit, there had to be a few changes after the filming of Mothra vs. Godzilla, with the biggest being the head. During the filming of Godzilla attacking the Nagoya castle, Haruo Nakajima slipped and fell, damaging the suit's head. This broke it for the rest of filming, so when you watch the film, you can actually see Godzilla's cheeks wobble about, save for his jaw. The new head would have different facial features, radio-controlled eyes, and reduced teeth, though the Goji head was used during Godzilla's first appearance in the film. Returning as Godzilla for this film is Haruo Nakajima. In some behind-the-scenes footage, Nakajima is seen having fun testing out the suit, dancing around and testing out movement. SandaikaijuGoji has a few interesting traits compared to the other Godzilla suits. It was the first Godzilla suit to be reused as the main suit, and not the stunt suit. It was the first Godzilla to face off against Ghidorah, and SandaikaijuGoji was the first time Godzilla was portrayed as a hero. Now this upcoming info I'm about to share, I had to use some auto-translate software to get, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But from a behind-the-scenes featurette, we learned some more information about SandaikaijuGoji. There was an event held at Machizuka, in which Nakajima wore the SandaikaijuGoji suit. There were plenty of people there, and it seemed that the adults were more excited than the children, and a mini monorail went around in which Nakajima could interact with. One last thing to bring up for this event is that the SandaikaijuGoji suit here was actually the suit used in the film. It wasn't a stunt suit or a publicity suit. It was the one used for filming. After the release of Ghidorah the Three-Eyed Monster, SandaikaijuGoji would be in a few films, but only in stock footage format. From what I could find, the films in question are Godzilla vs. Gigan and Godzilla Final Wars. For Godzilla Final Wars, it's weird, because the Goji suit is shown, and considering how SandaikaijuGoji is the same suit with a different head, you could count this. But if you don't, then the ship that he destroys when he shows up in Ghidorah the Three-Eyed Monster is there. Meanwhile, for Godzilla vs. Gigan, he was used during stock footage sequences when Godzilla fights King Ghidorah. Other than that, there was a show named Ultra Q that was released in 1966. But when filming, the creator of the show, Eze Tsuburaya, wanted to use a Godzilla suit for one of the kaiju. Toho would give him the SandaikaijuGoji suit, and it was modified to become the Kaiju Gomez. From what I could gather, what happened was the head of the Goji was put back into the body of the SandaikaijuGoji suit, because like I said earlier, SandaikaijuGoji is this Goji with a new head. So putting the original Goji head back onto the body, and changing up the body, Gomez was created. Now I want to say that there were 2 times Godzilla suits were used like this in Ultraman, so gathering this info is a bit confusing, so correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. Other than becoming Gomez, SandaikaijuGoji wouldn't be featured in much media unfortunately. This is because SandaikaijuGoji is just Goji basically with a new head. So when making merchandise or new appearances from the 1964 Godzilla, it's usually Goji. So this leads to very little appearances outside of his debut film. But SandaikaijuGoji was in 2 video games, the first being Godzilla PS4. In the Kaiju Guide, there was an entry for the Showa Godzilla, and it has a line that says, "However, the second Godzilla became an ally to mankind, protecting it when the space monster King Ghidorah invaded Earth." And the second time is in Godzilla Battle Line. And the stats for Rodan 1964 features one shot of Godzilla and Rodan fighting. SandaikaijuGoji, although not being in much media, is still an important part of Godzilla history. The first Godzilla to become a hero, to fight Ghidorah, and the first suit to be reused as a main suit. And of course, he also became Gomez. So though forgotten by Toho for the most part, as a community, let's not forget SandaikaijuGoji and what the suit has done for Godzilla history. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I apologize if I mispronounced any Japanese names. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Godzilla962, signing off.